That is the most pretentious thing I've ever done. Hi. I have no idea where to start this. The amount of times that I've started it in my head or on paper or even on the notebook that I'm looking at and flipping through right now, and yet nothing can compare to how it feels to sit in front of a camera and talk to it by myself and feel really awkward about everything. But here I am. I am making the first step in starting my channel. Like the title suggests, becoming a documentarian is basically the essentials of the channel. A few weeks ago, when I was on a video call with my anthropology professor, amongst many other topics, the topic that stood out to me the most in conversation was when my professor brought up that many white people have 1,000 coming out stories. And what he meant by that was that white people are so prepared to tell their story every time someone asks or doesn't. Or even just before they sit down and introduce themselves, they'll go in and they'll say, this is how I discovered that this happened, and this is how I discovered that that won't happen. Many people of color don't get that opportunity because it's just not something that they're used to talking about, either based on negative experience or they're just not comfortable with the intimacy that it presents. How many times have I sat in front of a camera wanting it to be someone else, wanting it to be someone that I just wanted to speak to, or an audience that I would believe would listen to what I had to say, and now I'm finally doing it. So, hi, I'm Zula Alexandra. Most people call me Lexi. And when I grow up, I want to be a documentarian. A large majority of my life until now has been based around documenting, whether that be in poetry or creative writing or academic work and essays and photo projects and photo essays, photo journals, but I've never tried video. And so that is why I am extending my hand and expanding my craft, especially, and doing this. We live in very strange times right now, and I know so many people have started YouTube channels or started blogs or started writing scripts for feature films during this quarantine period. That's right, this was filmed during the COVID-19 pandemic, which is so weird to think about, but I'll probably talk about that later on. I just know so many people who have actually done stuff with their lives this quarantine, and although it's taken me so long to get this filmed, to get this edited, to get this posted, this has been, since March, this has been brewing in my mind, and I just want to finally do it. Because if there's any time to do it where I'm stuck at home and I won't be going on campus to class for another year, I switched my major to online. If there's a time and a place to finally be doing this in my life, it's right now. And I've never felt more ready to do it, so I'm really excited for this. Initially, this project was supposed to be kind of a quarantine catch-up for me, and I was going to start it every month or every 2 weeks and just talk to myself and ask, how are you doing? What's going on? But now I think it's going to be a long-term thing. Before I go on to share any snippet of my personal life, I've decided it might be better for me and you if I gave you 5 facts about myself. So the first fact is, I think one that many mixed kids can relate with, is that I don't really know where home is. I was born in Thailand, but since 1998 I have lived in 7 countries, and I'm turning 22 this year, and I was hoping to get an 8th country in before I turn 22, but that's not gonna happen. So before I turn 23, let's get to 8 countries. Fact number 2. Out of my 24 book reading goal, I've read 15 books, and it is currently June 14th, so I'm super excited to keep reading. This means I'm an avid reader, but I'm super excited to keep reading and to finally reach my goal, because for the past few years I haven't really been able to reach my goal. My third fact about me is that I am very, very interested in learning more about the backstories of my hobbies. While I learn how to do whatever hobby I picked up. So recently I picked up skating, roller skating, and I did not know that so much of Black history was ingrained in the history of skating. So it's something that I've learned, and given that, you know, roller skating is like such a big thing on TikTok right now, it's really interesting that I've learned that, and I try to share it with as many people as I can, but people don't really appreciate the sentiment as much as I thought they would have. My fourth fact is that I actually read tarot cards. I'm still a baby at it, but I try my best. I read every few days for myself, hopefully for my family members. They don't want me to do it quite yet, but in the future I really hope to establish that as kind of like a side business, hopefully. And my fifth fact about me is that my end goal in life is to live in a van. I want to experience the van life. I want to experience the van rebuild. I want to buy a secondhand Volkswagen van and just design everything myself and see how it goes. If I don't like it, I don't like it. But I've done it for a week in Australia and I absolutely loved it. So hopefully I can bring my YouTube channel along if I keep it up. That's about all I have to talk about today. But I'm excited to see how far this channel goes and what kind of content I decide to make in the future. I'm so sorry for being so awkward. This is my first time doing something like this, and it's still so surreal to me that it's actually happening. But yeah, we got through it. It's all good. I hope all of you stay safe. If you're protesting, keep protesting. And if you're sharing your privilege and educating other people, that's amazing. And I just want to share love and positivity as much as possible, because God knows I need it.